YouTube, Jolly Green 1990 here with my review of One Piece Chapter 1091. I'm not going to be doing a live reaction. I will be doing reviews based on kind of what same format, so pacing, character, story. Just thought I'd change things up, and this gives me more time to think about things. So I thought the pacing was not good this week. It was 9 parts, so I'm giving it a 2 out of 5. Character is a 3 out of 5. Story is a 5 out of 5. So that's at a 10, 15. I'm going to go back and discuss why. The pacing, why so low? Because there's back and forth. We have, say, tomorrow the fight. We have switched to Egghead, or we switched to Dr. Vegapunk. Flashback, back, forth, and then Kizaru jumping back and forth with parts, which is I get, but it makes the chapter feel not as full because we don't have a lot of here, so it's boom, 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 boom. So that's why, to me at least, it's low. Character, there was a lot, so I gave a little. Story, I gave it there were higher because there were things I liked. That's biased. That's how it was for me. Character, same thing, but I still thought there was a lot here. So Sentomaru, for the fact that he was able to hold off Kizaru, we get to get more of his backstory and why he does what he does. He was essentially strong as a kid. He's protecting Vegapunk because he's feeding him, essentially giving him money to buy his onigiri. Kizaru trained him, and so the fact that Kizaru trained him, his defense, coming off Kizaru, which makes sense to me that he could be defeated by Kizaru. Kizaru, there's got 2 separate, maybe 3. First character. Defeated Sentomaru and he trained him. So it kind of like gave him respect, but he got rid of him. He got control of the Seraphim and he knew he had to do his job. And then his rematch with Luffy. So right off the bat, didn't want to fight Sentomaru, did what he had to do, and then he prioritized his 3 goals because he's a government cog. And then he fought Luffy. He's able to hold his own. He's an admiral. We should expect this. Vegapunk gets a little for story for the fact that, for character, the fact that he kind of guilt trips the whole time with Sentomaru into fighting when he should have told them, get lost, go in. So he still was bad, but he didn't encourage or change anything about it. Stussy gets a plus for me because the fact she knew she knew Lucci was going to go after Vegapunk. She takes that hit. It's always C. But for me, the fact she gets that plus because she knew that was coming and she took the hit. Sanji gets the W. Took the bubble gun. Put Kaku in the bubble. Boom. Got him out of the way. And Strip said, look, you didn't get the memo. Your buddy is already teaming up and going after Vegapunk. Lucci. Plus. I'm one that thinks he's a rat. I know he's not, but I still think he's a rat. Because he pretended to be on the Straw Hat side, but he wasn't ever really on the Straw Hat side, so I get that, but it still feels wrong to me. But plus for him. The fact that he went after Vegapunk with his time. Yeah, he didn't get that W, Stussy, but he still, as soon as Kizaru was there, he's like, it's time to show my full hand. Did what he had to do. Goes in. Zoro gets that dub. Goes after him. And so I have been dying to see this. Zoro versus an awakened Lucci. This is setting up a lot of stuff for me. So Zoro gets that dub for going after, essentially, Lucci. The fact that he's able to jump in and do what he had to do. Luffy gets that dub. He sensed Kizaru and be like, oh, he was frightened, he was scared. It's not scared. They all got PTSD from Sabaody getting their asses kicked by Kizaru. So to me, this is a W for Luffy. The fact that he sensed them, goes straight in with Conqueror's Haki. He's not playing around. He's like, hey, we're 100 times stronger. Luffy gets that W for knowing who the enemy is and going for it. Nami said, past chapters, he's got the animal instinct. So that is why, for me, 3 out of 5. Still would have liked more from Sentomaru, Kizaru, Vegapunk, Stussy. A little lacking there, especially with the Kizaru-Sentomaru relationship. That's why it's not a 5 for me. Story. Sentomaru goes down. Good. He's out of the way. I'm sorry. The Seraphim are now back in the world government's hands. They are taking out the mechanized sea beasts. Kizaru's in full control. They've got Seraphim under their hands. With that, also, you've got the vice admirals who are there going to support them. Awesome. Good for them. Stussy goes down. We don't get to see her full awakening or any other stuff. I don't think she's down for the count, but she is out for a while, and that I do think will affect the fighting numbers. Kaku gets easily sidewined by the bubble. I could see something where maybe Conqueror's Haki, you could get out of it, but I don't know if Kaku is going to be able to get out, so he's out of the picture for a while. Zoro versus Lucci. Lucci does what he has to do, tries to take out Vegapunk, and it sets up the matchup with Zoro versus Lucci. This is going to be going on a while. This will lead into the next chapter. And then Luffy versus Kizaru. This has been a long time in the running. It's finally time to see, can Luffy hold his own, which I think he can. It's just a matter of how serious is he going to be. Is it going to be a wipeout? Is it going to be a toe-to-toe? How powerful are the Admirals compared to the Yonko? That's the real question. I'm very excited to see where this goes. So again, chapter rating, 2 for pacing, 3 for character, 5 for story. So 10 out of 15. Not the best, but still not the worst to me. And yes, my story is a little biased because I like what's being set up. So this has been Jolly Gary 1990s review of chapter 1091 of One Piece. We are going to break next week. So please let me know your thoughts and let me know your opinions by YouTube.